slide 2 of the awkward title slide. So we'll have a moment where you just like settle in, you know? Feels good. So my name's Cam Combs, and my presentation today is Gay Horses Love. Hey! Alright, so my story starts with my grandparents, Pete and Ginny, who moved to Montana from California about 60 years ago and bought a ranch out there named the Diamond J. So the Diamond J is a dude ranch, which is a place where guests, or dudes, can come and stay and have like a Wild West experience. So they can ride horses and shoot guns and go fishing. So here we are, this is the barn, the corral's there, and then all those buildings over there are the guest cabins. We have a little like rodeo ring down there, and then pasture up that way. So this is where I grew up. I was riding horses before I could walk, and it was just the coolest place to be a kid. Every week, new guests would come, so new friends. And as I got older, I started working there as well as a wrangler. Yeah. So I'd get up every morning, I'd wrangle all the horses down the barn, I'd saddle them up, and I'd take rides out for the rest of the day. And it was the coolest job ever. I was super into it. Whoa! Hey, macho! Anyway, so for those of you who don't know me, I am in fact a gay. And often when people learn these two biographical details, their response is something along the lines of, oh my god, your life is just like Brokeback Mountain. Which I get, but it's kind of a fucked thing to say. Like, I don't know if you've seen this movie. That one dies in a hate crime, and this one is alone and heartbroken at the end of it. So, I've only seen Brokeback Mountain the one time, and it was like a fairly emotional ordeal. It was when I was still closeted, and the idea that my very cherished cowboy identity was incompatible with who I was not welcome news. And this idea was all the more charged for me on account of my parents. Alright, we're getting into it now. Just talking about the parents. Where are they? So my mom and dad met when they were 14 and 15 years old. And their story is just so cute, it's gross. So my mom and her family would stay on the ranch every summer as guests, and my dad, living there, taught them how to ride horses and do that whole thing. They fall in love. They get married. They're my mom's parents over there as guests. So my parents have gone on to do tons of other things since then, but this has always been a really fundamental part of their relationship. It's something that they've always shared. And growing up, your visions of, the way you conceptualize marriage is really shaped by your parents. So I figured, yeah, I'd totally meet my wife on the ranch and that's what's gonna happen. So I gave it a shot. Enter Lily! So when I was 18, I dated Lily, who, like my mom, came and stayed on the ranch every summer since I don't know how young we were. And this was a fairly agonizing period of my life, because on the one hand, I really cared about Lily. She's still one of my best friends. And, the parallels to my parents' relationship were lost on precisely 0 people. But at the same time, I knew what was going on, and so eventually we break up, I ship off for college, and I come out a few weeks later. My story is not sad, because a few years after that, I meet JJ. JJ loves it when I publicly embarrass him. He's right there. He's going to be a doctor. It's like a big deal. So as fate would have it, last summer, JJ and I get pitched. On the ranch. We get married on the ranch. So now I show you pictures of the wedding, shamelessly taking advantage of the captive audience. We paid a lot of money for these. We look amazing. So it may seem like the story I'm trying to tell is, you know, like, baby gay cowboy doesn't think he can be a grown-up gay cowboy, but he can. Look at all these pictures of this ranchy gay wedding! That was nice. But that's actually really not what ended up happening. You know, I didn't come out until after I left Montana. And had I stayed, would never have met JJ or anyone like him. I don't know what you think about Montana, but there really are not that many gay Filipino doctors running around. And so it bums me out, actually, to this day that my husband never got to meet this guy. Because this was like a really formative and special, like, time of my life, and he's seen me riding horses and on the ranch, but has never really gotten to know me in this context. By the same token, it also makes me sad that this guy, like, spent a lot of time agonizing over this choice that ended up totally, at the end of the day, not being a choice that he needed to make at all, because staying on the ranch forever was never what I was going to do. So my 20-second reflection on identity is the following, is that sometimes we have these very cherished portions of ourselves that seem like we can't reconcile, and at the end of the day we never need to because they just don't actually coincide. So, that's it. I'm into it. Cool.
So you talked about identity shifting and not coinciding.
Yeah.
Do you think that gay cowboy part of yourself is no longer in existence then?
I mean, not really, because I mean, so I grew up on the ranch, and that was going on 10 years ago that I moved from Montana. And so that definitely was a part of me that, like, I don't know, I don't ride horses often, you know, the ranch I hardly go to anymore. So that is pretty different. And I'm gay all the time now. So yeah, they do still feel pretty separate for me. Anyone else? Cool.